Hi, we're here to open the MSPA5 and go through its contents. We're going to start by opening the box. So the first thing I pull out is our quick start guide. This is going to be pretty important to us. Next, we're going to remove the MSPA5. Then we have our bracket with stand adapter and the power cord. So we're going to remove all of these items from their bag. Alright, so we've got the power cord, our MSPA5 powered microspot, we've got the bracket, the stand mount adapter, 3 bolts, couple rubber washers, safety wire, clamp, cable, and screw and washer for wall mounting, and then 4 rubber feet in addition to the warranty card and the quick start guide. So the quick start guide is really helpful for helping you get started plugging in your product, getting it set up for operation. What I'd like to do is just show you a couple things that may not be as obvious. So the bracket assembly. The bracket's a really cool included accessory with this product. This will allow you to mount it to a microphone stand, a wall, a ceiling, tabletop, whatever you like. So I'm just going to start with the bracket sitting right here on the tabletop. Now you'll notice that you've got 2 different holes right here, and they correlate with 2 different holes on the opposite side. This just really allows you to position the microspot in 2 different spots inside of the bracket. So if you wanted it this high, or if you wanted to get it a little bit lower. The reason why you do this is mostly for wall mounting. So what this does is just gives you different depths onto the wall. So if you wanted it to stick out a little bit more or be as close to the wall as possible, that's the primary purpose for those 2 different positions. For the purpose of this video and the demonstration, I'm just going to use the top hole. You want to use the included rubber washer. What this does is just allows it to get a little bit tighter grip and helps prevent from scratching the side of the unit. I like to start by going ahead and put the bolts in here with the washers, the rubber washers, and then we're just going to slide the unit on down. So we're going to tighten these bolts. So we've got the unit mounted in there. Now this will allow you to pivot the powered microspot so you can get it hitting it at any angle that you like. So if you were going to mount this to a tabletop, you could do it just like so. It would be best to go ahead and mount the bracket to the table first before you start mounting the unit in there. But you can mount it to the table like that. Once again, you can also mount it to a wall or a ceiling if you like. Maybe side fills at a church. Now, another real popular application is mounting this to a microphone stand. And that's what the stand adapter and the 3rd bolt are for. You just put that 3rd bolt and then there you go. So that would just sit on a microphone stand like so. So we've got a few other suspicious parts over here that you may be wondering about. The rubber feet are really handy. We have a lot of courtroom applications, various things like that where people actually want to mount these to a tabletop. So the rubber feet are provided so you could just place those on the bottom of this flat surface here, and that'll help a little bit from it sliding across the table as the audio may be pushing the speaker or somebody hitting the table or bumping the table. So you could just put those right there if you like. Also, if you are going to be doing wall or ceiling mounting, you really need to use the safety cable provided. And what this does is this just ensures that you're adding another level of safety to the mounting and the installation of the speaker. So you just use the small hole, put your screw through the small hole, and then that will just screw right into this spot right here in the back. Now the next thing you'd want to do is attach this end, the other end of the safety cable clamp, to the bracket itself. And that would just simply go with one of these side mounts, side holes right here, and that allows, if for some strange reason these bolts broke loose, vibrated out, whatever, and the unit was going to fall, then the safety cable would help catch that unit and prevent it from falling on somebody's head or something. So I'm just going to go step by step through the instructions on the quick start guide for the MSPA5. Step 1, on the back, you've got your power inlet. So with the included power cord, you guys have seen these all the time. You have these a lot with your computers and lots of other electronic devices nowadays. You would just take that into the cable and plug it into the back of the powered microspot, and then of course that will get plugged into your wall for a power source. Now also on the back you've got a 1/4 inch and an XLR input. The 1/4 inch is going to be a line level input, and it's also tied and linked with an 1/8 inch input, a stereo 1/8 inch. And this would allow you to plug a phone directly into it, other sort of MP3 player, whatever you might have that has a 3.5 millimeter or 1/8 inch connection on it. And over here you've got your mic or line input, and that's where you would select between your 0 and 20 dB pad, whether you're doing a mic level or a line level input. So right here is your phantom power switch, your on and off switch for your phantom power, 48 volts supplied. Then naturally your power switch that'll have to get turned on. Now these 3 inputs are all controlled by the one volume control on the front. So you'd really only want to plug one input into the back and let that level control adjust that volume. In addition, you do have a low and high frequency tone control. Now the powered microspot is a really cool product in that you've got a very durable built-in compressor limiter, which will help distortion and clipping. Actually allows you to get a little bit more volume out of the product because you're not hearing that distortion and clipping. It keeps it clean. And then there's an input indicator. So you'll actually see the Galaxy Audio illuminate when you've got audio signal coming in, even if you have the volume turned down. It's a really cool feature, so that way you know that you've got signal coming into the speaker without having to turn the volume up. It just gives you a visual indication.